Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Indexer Office Hours. Today is the 23rd of April, and this is Indexer Office Hours 154. I cannot believe we're at 154. It is an incredible feat. And it just keeps getting higher and higher. Yeah, there you go. Round of applause. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I do thoroughly enjoy coming here every single week and talking to you guys, learning from you guys. This is a super fun part. This is one of the highlights of my week, and I hope it is for you guys as well. So, yeah, this is awesome. And for those who are new to Index Office Hours, this is the town square where graph ecosystem participants come together and discuss the most important and relevant topics for indexers. This is very much a conversation, and we love participation. In particular, in today's conversation, there's going to be a lot of back and forth. I have a few questions for you guys, and hopefully want to make this an interactive one. We also have some updates that require a little bit of back and forth as well. So, there'll be opportunities to ask questions. And if you're having any issues unmuting your mic, let me know in the chat, and I'll get that sorted for you. But of course, we always have the chat that you're more than welcome to use as well. As a reminder, this is going to be recorded and posted onto public channels like YouTube. So if you are concerned about privacy, please bear that in mind. And with that, let's get into today's agenda. I don't usually do this, but I just want to remind everyone that there are POAPs coming at the end of today's call. Just make sure you remember to claim those amazing POAPs. Alrighty, wonderful. Let's get into it. So as always, I give a shout out to the latest GRT IQ episode, and today is no different. Thank you for posting both the agenda there, Juan, and also the GRT IQ episode. Speedy Gonzalez, as always, appreciate ya. So we have Meher Roy, who is the CTO and co-founder of Chorus One, and he also is the host of Epicenter TV. So for those of you who are crypto OGs, you may recognize Epicenter. Epicenter was I think it's one of the oldest podcasts in the crypto space. I have been an Epicenter listener for many, many years. In fact, it was one of the few podcasts I was tuning into very frequently to catch up and kind of learn everything about crypto. So if you haven't tuned into Epicenter, I would highly, highly recommend checking out that particular podcast. In fact, let me just go ahead and grab a link so you guys can check it out. It is a phenomenal podcast. Some of the brightest minds in crypto have been on that podcast. And so Nick had the good fortune of interviewing Meher. And in this interview, obviously very insightful, but they talk a bit about Chorus One. And for those of you who don't know, Chorus One is I believe it's a validator infrastructure, if I'm not mistaken. And he talks a bit about Chorus One and the origins of building the company, as well as Epicenter. So if you're interested to hear a bit about his background, Epicenter, Chorus One, then I would highly recommend checking out that episode there, and also go check out Epicenter. Okay, wonderful. Now I will hand over to Anna for our regularly scheduled Repo Watch section.
Thank you, Abel, and hello, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, we can indeed, loud and clear.
Awesome. All right, so starting as always with execution layer clients, we have had a new release from Get. This is 1.13.15. It is a maintenance release with fixes to avoid snap sync related data corruption. For this release, all users should upgrade as soon as possible. Then we have had 3 new releases for Firehose Ethereum since last episode, starting from the least recent one, so version 2.4.5. This updates block model to add balance change, reason, reward blob fee for BSC. Then we have version 2.4.6, which adds support for Firehose Reader format 2.5, which is a requirement for BSC versions 1.45 and further. And then the most recent update, 2.4.7, bumps upstreams to version 1.5.5 with a fix in wage 0 to prevent processing freezing on certain substreams. That's all we have for Firehose Ethereum. And Matthew is sharing with us that he has deployed the new version of Get for Firehose, and assuming everything went well since there's no other comment. Then we have a new release from 𝗨𝗀𝗟𝗶. This is version 1.8.3. This adds some features to the JSON RPC. So the finalized tag was added to the RPC method for retrieving blocks or headers. And the resulting blocks are equivalent to latest blocks since 𝗨𝗀𝗟𝗶 has one block finality. This release is recommended for users that rely on eat get block receipts endpoint or retrieving finalized blocks from the RPC. And that is it. We don't have any more releases on consensus layer or on the graph stack. So yeah, over to you, Juan.
Is it me or can I not hear Juan?
Sorry about that. Here we go.
Juan!
Okay, so getting into Protocol Watch, we have quite a few things to cover actually. Let's get started with forum governance. As always, 𝗨𝗂𝗂𝗧, we have early allocation closure. This is a 𝗨𝗂 that has been, there for a while, and the latest update is that it's been deployed on testnet. I think it was in Arbitrum Sepolia. So it's hopefully gonna be, tested properly, and soon it's gonna be hitting, mainnet, or rather Arbitrum. This one is it was quite requested for a lot of reasons. One was that if you allocate it to a subgraph and you wanted to reallocate within the same epoch, you wouldn't be able to. That should be possible after this change, hopefully coming soon to Arbitrum. Next up, we have GRC002. This is the QoS Oracle v2. Again, we covered this last time in IOH, but we wanted to actually publish the current state of the the RFC that we were working on as a GRC on the forums, so that there is formal feedback from the community, which of course we weren't getting just by IOH itself, so that it's fully visible and open to the whole community. So if you're interested in more details from last week, you can go to the actual forum post and go through all of the consideration, motivations, requirements that we're working on. It's not extremely polished and super whatever, but it's as close to polished as I could get it in time to have it here. So yeah, hopefully you guys like it. Next up, we have for forum research, we have all of the core dev updates for April. This includes updates from the Guild, GraphOps, Agent Nodes, Semiotic Labs, Pinax, Streaming Fast, Geo, and Messari. So if you're interested in any of those, the links are in the agenda under the forum research section. We're not going to go through all of them because they're quite big, but again, the links are in the agenda if you're interested. For the contract repository, we have a few outstanding PRs. One is for the minimum allocation duration restriction removal, which again, this comes as basically the same thing as 𝗨𝗂𝗧, just that the open PR is there. And then again, the contracts team has been working on some more changes for Horizon. Again, they are work in progress, so that's pretty much it. It's not going to be merged soon, but at least there's some work going on over there. For the network subgraphs, we don't have any new updates since last IOH. They are, last time we checked, they were deployed to all of the subgraphs, network subgraphs were deployed to the decentralized network, and there were some updates to the core network subgraph and activity subgraph. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much all for Protocol Watch. Is Pack around for Project Watch?
He has not, unfortunately, got another clash of a meeting, so we are going to be moving swiftly on.
Cool. Sure thing. Go ahead.
Amazing. Thank you so much there, Juan and Anna, for your respective sections there. So, today I'm very excited to introduce Marcus, and Marcus is working at Edge and Node, and he is going to tell us some very interesting. Well, he's going to share an update and something that we should all do, but then also share a bit more about the latest updates that are coming. So, I don't want to spoil too much, but Marcus, if you're ready, fire away.
Thanks for having me, and thank you for that introduction. Hi, everybody. I am Marcus, working at Edge Node as Dev Rel, and I just wanted to stop by briefly to really highlight that June 12th upgrade window that the entire graph ecosystem is now bearing down on. And so it's quite important that we improve, all of us, myself included, improve communication and get this information out there about the upgrade window and how it's closing. So what I want to do is just share this in chat, just make sure that every indexer here is aware of this cookbook, Upgrading a Subgraph. Also, what I'd like to do is share a little tweet here if anyone would like to retweet this. I know it might seem a little silly to retweet and to, get out there, but it really does matter to get information out there, especially during this window that many years has been really the focus. How can we get this window? How can we actually get everyone on the Graph network and shift from the hosted service? Well, it's here, it's now, and it's really exciting. So we need to get the word out so people can really understand the upgrade process and can really understand how critical it is to upgrade to the Graph network. So with that being said, a few things to highlight in anything that you are sharing. If you are upgrading to the Graph network, anyone is of course getting 100,000 queries for free on the Graph network. So if you want to share that information, that's great. And then also the upgrade process is entirely free. So just getting this information out there, talking with any subgraph developers, either through DMs or either through any social media accounts that you have, this is the time. This is the time, everyone. So it's really exciting. I'm really proud to be working in cahoots with all of you here, and I'm very excited for these next few months. So June 12th, and if there's any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm here to answer to the best of my capacities. And that's pretty much it. That's all I want to do, to take the time here to do and share about this upgrade process, which I'm sure all of you guys know about, but then also please share with anyone who you think might be a dApp developer that is potentially there to be upgrading. So that's all.
Wonderful. You heard it here first. Very much an important aspect, an important milestone for the graph. So would really appreciate your support on that on the socials. Just making sure that all subgraph developers are aware and are able to partake. So can I tag one thing onto that? Yes, of course, there.
Yeah, just adding really quick. If you guys haven't gone to the hosted service recently, I'd recommend it, especially if you have a deployed subgraph on the hosted service. Go to the hosted service and just look at the UI and kind of the user experience, because it's so easy to get your subgraph from the hosted service over to the decentralized network. In fact, it was easier than I was expecting that it would be as I was going through it. And next thing I knew, I was like, oh, I accidentally just deployed 3 random subgraphs to the decentralized network. Like it was that simple. And so yeah, it's very painless, but I recommend going through that, just because chances are we're going to have people coming in Discord, and the more people that we have that can help, the better it will go. So I strongly recommend checking it out.
Wonderful. Really appreciate that. And yeah, definitely echo a lot of what you said there, Derek, as well as Marcus. Yeah, it would be amazing to get people to go ahead and get involved there. So I would like to continue the next section with more experimentation. So Discord has various different features. So we have obviously used YouTube before for a little bit of music before we enter into a call. We had a little fun chess game that was fun to play. And then another aspect of Discord that I love to test out today is there's a whiteboard feature. So as you can see, there is the activity up there in the corner. So feel free to go ahead and join. And I've got a few questions that I would. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. People have taken advantage of this feature and played tic-tac-toe, put gifs, um, stickers. I love that. That's amazing. Really appreciate that everyone is enjoying this new feature. I wonder if we can double the size of this paper here so that we can get some more real estate and do some more cool stuff. So let's see. Um, Alrighty, let's. It seems like this is the real estate that we have. So we'll make do. Yeah, feel free to go crazy, put some shapes, have fun. This is I don't know if anyone has used FigJam before, or Miro or any of these tools. This is effectively a version of that in Discord, which is pretty cool, and it's free real estate. And I think this is a pretty cool way that we could potentially have kind of like brainstorming sessions, discussions. I mean, if people want to put memes and stickers and play tic-tac-toe, then that is also something we can do with this as well. So I can see everyone is having a lot of fun there. What is this in the comment? Your world of text. Oh, this is cool. This is you just copy and paste various different things. Uh, okay, that's cool. Thanks for sharing this. Um, so the way that I would like to leverage this, oh wow, we got the infradal swag over here, the nice little branding. Love that, love that. We got a welcome over here as well. And then we've got a graph logo. This is amazing. Okay, one way that I would love to leverage this whiteboard would be to ask you guys various questions and for us to whiteboard and kind of brainstorm and discuss. It's been a while since we've done one of these feedback sessions, and I thought, considering we, this is my corner. That's funny. Considering we have this new feature that we would like to test out, I think this would be a great opportunity to both get some feedback from you guys on how we can improve IOH. I guess it's doing more experiments like this, but also test out this new feature. So if you guys want to navigate up into the top corner, we have a bunch of questions here. And then you have post-it notes that I've already set up for you here, but you can also generate those post-it notes with the third icon over here in the corner. So let's start off by asking the question to you guys. What do you like about Index Office Hours? And feel free to say anything you'd like about it. Yeah, we'll get started there. There's various other questions, and we'll kind of develop as we go. Losing a chess. That's funny. I think I think you were the better player out of the two of us, but that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and generate another one of these stickies over here, and type some stuff. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that. And you can, as you can see, you can double click to write text. So spending time. We can also make some space. So what I can do is I can see people perhaps maybe would like some more space. So let me just go ahead and move this further down. There you go. Oh, that's awesome. Consistency, 150 episodes and still going solid. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a big heart for that. That's awesome. There you go. Speaking with other indexes on tech issues and protocol dynamics, awesome. Community, love that. Good touch points from other people in the community, occasional golden nuggets of info, phenomenal. Collaborating amongst indexers, amazing. Spending time with indexers and learning about how to be a great indexer in the network, amazing, amazing. That's awesome. That is awesome. That is very cool. Cool. I see people still adding some stickies. Free to add some more. And then I will bring this up here. Indexers have feelings. That is hilarious. Okay. Wonderful. Oh, we've got another one. So a relaxed environment and very informative, even for non-tech. Oh, that's awesome. I have a question in here later about how we can make index office hours even more accessible for people. So that's really good to hear. That's really good to hear. Oh, we got a Data Nexus logo. Very cool. Very cool. Love that. Okay. So now the next question I have is, as always, any suggestions on how we can improve indexed office hours? So something that we're trying to do over here is make sure that this call is incredibly valuable for all those who partake. And so we'd love to hear some thoughts on how we could potentially improve index office hours. I'm gonna write one down because I know exactly. Oh, that is a good one. Derek from Data Nexus. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah. My hope is that the GraphSeer gets to a point where it's a useful enough tool to be able to uh, keep tabs on the protocol KPIs, and be able to um, yeah, but we should bring it up in IOH. Yeah, yeah. So I was thinking, yeah, I mean, so you and I have spoken about this. I believe there was even a name for it, Network Watch, right? Where we look at the stats every single week and have a discussion about what's going on, things are going up, down, left, right, and kind of have a group discussion. I would love that. Yeah, I want to put a big heart on that. Yeah, actually, let's keep doing that. So if anyone is like feels particularly strongly about a let me size my heart correctly. If anyone feels particularly strong about any of these, just feel free to drop a heart, and that will give me an indication of like um, uh, the excitement from all of you guys on any given piece of feedback. So that would be awesome. Um, Minutes to when I miss, I don't have to watch the whole hour on YouTube. AI. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Okay, so Gemma, I would love to know from you. Do you feel like the tweet threads are useful? Because we have the tweet thread there as a way of kind of giving people a summary of what was discussed at IOH. But do you feel like you would like more? Feel free to type either on the sticky in the chat or unmute the mic just so I can understand. Oh, interesting. Okay, so maybe there's a bit of a uh thing we could do to market the Twitter. Yeah, and Pinax also has some incredible blog summaries. In fact, let me go ahead and grab both the tweet thread and the summary. This is amazing. So this is why these things are useful to understand where people are at. There you go. Thank you, Catherine from Pinax. She's posted one of those, and then I will grab a tweet thread that we put out at GraphOps. Um, I didn't do that. That's thanks to Pilly. She does an amazing job. So let's see. I will grab this one. There you go. I've just posted a tweet thread there, so hopefully that's interesting for you, Gemma. If you follow the GraphOps account every single week, there's a tweet thread that comes out so that you can get the high level, and then of course you can check out the YouTube video to get more information there. More updates from core developers. That is a great suggestion and something that I will put a heart on because I've also uh, been wanting the same for myself. I've heard this from other people as well. Just a little bit of an alpha leak. I'm coordinating a session where a part of Index of Sales where uh, every core developer will join at a more frequent consistency. There'll basically be a core developer watch as well as all the other sections of IOH. And in that time, we'll have a core developer from any given team say a bit about their updates. You know, we have the updates on the forums, but I get the sense that indexers want more of a back and forth between the core developers and indexers, and maybe to hear stuff a bit earlier before they hit the forums. And so yeah, that's a great one. I've put a heart there. I see someone else has put a heart there, so we'll definitely keep that in mind. Okay, DB labs with Lutter or sharding. Interesting. So yeah, we haven't had Lutter on a feel free to ask questions at me. Amazing. Thank you for putting your hand up there, Matthew. We haven't had David for a long time. And maybe that's a good sign to get him back on. So I'll put a heart there myself because I thoroughly enjoyed David's sessions. And yeah, I think we can all learn from David. He's an incredible person in terms of sharing information. Painful query identification and optimization. I believe it seems like Notify was the person to write that one. So would you like to elaborate there, Notify? Or maybe I'm mistaking uh, it there. So whoever wrote that, could you please elaborate? Because I would love to learn a bit more about what specifically you're looking for there. I see a few people typing.
I'm gonna put DB Labs and Lutter and sharding, and Derek added the query identification and optimization. Are you looking for that portion? That would be good.
Yeah, I would love to hear your portion and then also with Derek's portion as well.
Yeah, mine's mainly just around getting indexers, I guess, coordinated on because, we're going to be even more multi-chain than we are now. And it's going to get a lot bigger and more file services and all that kind of stuff. And so, looking forward to, getting indexers that haven't yet sharded their databases or anything like that, or optimized their databases, getting them on board with, some database management and basic skills to tune your Postgres database. And Lutter is definitely very good at that. So I enjoy any talk and make sure I join anytime he's speaking. So I think it'd be good on just my part with the labs and stuff, just getting even new indexers kind of caught up on sharding, because right now it's kind of an afterthought of most indexers to start adding that on to optimize what they have now. And because a lot of, I would say, new indexers probably go towards, stake squids, Docker stack to get started, which is really easy and painless, and just basically taking to the next level to make you more performant and also ready for what's coming.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal bit of feedback there and a great suggestion. So I'm in touch with David and I will make sure as you say, as it becomes more and more important to make this more top of mind. Would you like to add anything more, Derek? So, you did add a comment under Notify's comment there. Nope. Okay. All right. More performance-related sessions. I think that was you, Pili. I would love to hear more about what you're looking for there, because that definitely sounds interesting. And yeah. Got it. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think someone that could be very interesting is Payne, when it comes to storage. He's been meaning to share his, well, I've been trying to get him on. He's also been meaning to share it as well, but we just haven't been able to align. So yeah, something like that, and also various other people to share their tidbits on performance. That would be really cool. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. That's amazing. Thank you so much for suggesting. I will definitely try and get that going. So we've got another one from Marc-Andre. Keep time free for discussion. Some great topics come up usually. Maybe useful to keep a list of light topics to kick these informal. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I've been thinking about that actually, because usually we do schedule stuff in advance for people, but I have heard a lot from people that they do appreciate the occasional kind of like free flowing conversation. And
Oh,
I
sorry,
definitely
Abel.
want to create space for that. Hmm.
What about if we try
Yeah, what's up?
like one free open session each month or something like that, like an MVP to
Mm,
see if that works or maybe it's too much or we need more?
yeah, yeah, that's a great idea. I'm happy to institute that like, just to create space for people to just like share, because ultimately, um like there's a lot of smart people in here who are all like on the, well, doing cool stuff, and some of you on the bleeding edge of indexing, and sharing, various different bits and discussing ecosystem news or specific things. We do want to create space for that. So I'm happy to do that actually. So that, let me put a heart on that, just so I know that so maybe also put a text here as well. Once daily.
Other idea that is just on the top of my mind, it's about this kind of core dev section you mentioned
Hmm.
a few minutes ago. I think it'd be nice to know what is more interesting for for all indexers in the room. Like if you prefer something like an update from a core dev or more like a Q&A section discussion where we can ask random things to each core dev and ask for the updates we want, or maybe a mix of both, like an update and then a Q&A.
That's a great question. I just want to clarify, because you broke up a little bit for me there. The question was, is a question to the indexers. What type of core dev update are you looking for? Is it one where it's just an update, or more of an AMA style, or a bit of both? Is that the question? Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'd be interested to know that as well. So either in the chat or in a sticky here, or via voice, would love to hear people's thoughts on that. Also, I've just noticed here that Anna said that agreed on the sharding and more Postgres, uh, uh, PostgreSQL discussion. Yeah, definitely gonna get that on board. Thank you for the suggestion there. Cool. I see people typing. Um, Feel free to make a sticky or just write on the any suggestions for improving index surface hours so I can see it. I think a bit of both. I know there's a certain pain points that indexes would want regular updates on. Okay, cool. Got it. Got it. Um, got it. And so would you? I guess we can experiment on what makes sense. I was going to ask like how much of a AMA style versus an update are you looking for, but I guess we can experiment it. But if anyone has any particular preferences, one way or the other, that would be pretty interesting to know as well. I wish labs for experiment. Yeah, it's always good to experiment because you never know what works until you try, right? Like I feel like this whiteboard session today is amazing. Like I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and it strikes the balance between like entertaining and also quite informative as well. Like I'm learning a lot about what we could do to improve IOH. So this is awesome. And I think it's a tool that we should definitely leverage going forward. It's pretty cool. I see Vince is typing. Oh wow, this is cool. Pretty cool IOH episode today. Thanks, Abel's Abstracts from Infradao. Oh, that's lovely. I do like having this sticky note thingy because uh you can just like put a little heart there. That's cool. Yeah, this is really I love this medium. I think it's really cool. I think it's really, really cool. And I definitely want to use it more frequently. I think there's a lot here that we can do. Wow, the Data Nexus logo is getting pretty friggin' big. That's awesome. There seems to be a war between Data Nexus and Notify. That's so funny. Seems like Data Nexus is winning right now with the giant logo. That is funny. That is really, really funny. Okay. Alrighty. The next question I think would be quite interesting to hear from you guys is we are, as some of you may know, launching an indexer newsletter. So many of you have asked ways that you can stay on top of things, and unfortunately some indexers can't make 6 p.m. UTC every single week, but are very much engaged in the ecosystem, want to keep tabs on things, and we figured it would make a lot of sense to this is my corner, that's funny. We figured it would make sense to have an indexer newsletter. And in order for that to be massively valuable for you guys, I would love to ask you guys what you would like to see in that newsletter. So I'm just going to make some space over here so we can do the same thing. So as you can see, I've got some post-its here already, but feel free to add post-its or write notes, etc., etc. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a note here. Gemma asked the question, are we doing a newsletter or IOH? Both. We're doing both. So we're going to continue doing IOH, but we're also going to have an index or newsletter. So folks who potentially can't make the 6 p.m. EGC every single week. I meant typing in which boxes. Geez. I think, oh no. I have messed up the order. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, geez. Oh no, sorry. Thank you so much. Good catch there. Okay, here it is. I'm just gonna copy and paste. Uh, there you go. Uh, Okay. There you go. Thanks for that, Gemma. Okay. Uh, Alrighty. The newsletter, I believe at the moment is slated for a bi-weekly, but obviously it depends on, what people are looking for. If people want a more frequent or a less frequent cadence, then we can always um we can always change that. So yeah. Yeah, awesome. Oh, Data Nexus has a huge trophy next to the logo, and Notify has. This is genuinely entertaining. I'm enjoying the uh the Notify and Data Nexus back and forth. Yes, there you go. Thank you for sharing the POAP. Make sure to grab your POAP, ladies and gentlemen. It is there. Keep building as always. It's important to keep building and experimenting and trying different things. That's the way forward. Wow, Data Nexus logo has literally taken up the entire. Where is that? What's this box? Is that it? Oh no, there you go. Okay. This is so funny. All right, let's have a look at some of the things that you guys have put down. Okay, haha, not too long. That's funny. Noted. Yeah, I think you want something that you can glance at in a brief way to be able to understand, you know, what you should what you need to know. So we'll definitely keep that in mind. Um, let's see. Newsletter is the best format for ClientWatch. Data is in place. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, Mark Andre. Yeah, very much noted. It is a good format for that. Yeah, I wrote Repo Watch and Protocol Watch for all indexes who couldn't make it to IOH, highlighting the most important uh, news and updates to focus on. So yeah, definitely very much agree. Okay, any more things that people would like to see in the newsletter? I mean, um, I think it makes sense to have a newsletter, but want to make sure that it's super valuable for you guys, in a sense that like it's something that you would voluntarily want to check out on a frequent basis. Agree, focus on, yeah, okay, sure. Network activity summary. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah, I will coordinate with the Gracia team on that because that's a really good idea. I will uh, go ahead and give you a like there, because I definitely agree that that is an important thing to. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of appetite for network activity data. So we'll definitely look into how we can get that for you guys because I think it's quite important. Um, okay, any more in the way of newsletter uh, before we move on? Top performers, interesting. Oh, I like that. So this is top performing indexes. Is that correct, Billy? I just saw you dragging that one.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Let me just quickly add indexers there just so I can remember for. Oh, that's very large. How do I decrease the size of that? Okay, top performing indexers. Cool. This is going to be useful for when I come back to this document. All right, awesome. Um, Arm wrestling gets delegation. Everyone starts relocating on reallocating. Um, okay. I'm gonna skip this one for time because I think the first question that we have up there kind of almost overlaps it already. But I am looking at something that Marc-Andre wrote, which is um, one of the valuable aspects of index office hours is keeping index community aligned with the rest of the ecosystem and fostering collaboration between indexers. Yeah, I definitely agree. In fact, I'm going to keep that one in because I think it's a very good point. So I'm just going to move that up. And then this one, we've kind of already been doing a little bit of this, but would like to do more of this. It's always great to solicit topic ideas from you guys because at the end of the day, the content that we're putting together, you know, we want to make it super relevant for you guys. So, if you could type into the boxes here what you're looking for in the way of future topic ideas for future episodes or future discussions, that would be amazing. And I'm just going to put a heart there as well for Marc-Andre because I definitely agree about keeping everyone in sync and collaborating. And yeah, that's a great point. Interesting. Index automation. Keep them coming, folks. This is awesome. I'm reading the one from Marc-Andre, and this one looks to be quite detailed. Okay. Index for Automation 2.0. With Sunrise, I feel like the current automation approach and the existing tools and the ones being developed may not be adequate. Would love to brainstorm about this and how we could approach this. Okay, very nice. That is a really good one. Yeah, I mean, we can even use a format like this to do the brainstorming. Would you want to do that amongst indexers, or would you like to pull in specific core developers into that conversation, Marc-Andre? And if so, do you have any specific core developers in mind that you think, or individuals in the ecosystem you think could be quite interesting in that conversation?
Well, it could be interesting to maybe bring up people from the operations team at Edge and Node. They have the expertise and they maybe have their own tooling already to handle thousands or tens of thousands of subgraphs. So maybe they have some things on their end or some approach or some ideas that maybe we could share. But I think just among the indexers, we might come up with some good ideas.
Got it. And indexers, brainstorm. Cool. That's awesome. I will definitely get onto that. That's a phenomenal suggestion, and that's something we can do with a pretty quick turnaround. So that might even be something that we might schedule for next week, depending on availability, of course, of the Edge team. Amazing. That's really, really good. Thank you so much. That's a phenomenal. In fact, I'm gonna give you a little heart there. because I do like that suggestion. There you go. Awesome. Would love to see more, folks. This is the opportunity that you guys have to share more about what you would like to see and how we can make this even more valuable for you guys. So would love to hear some and see some more suggestions. Oh, I see something in the chat. Automated cleaning up DB for deprecated subs. Is that a suggestion for an interesting topic that we could cover, Vince?
I think it's more of a topic of, I think it falls in line with what Marc-Andre was talking about with the ops team and indexers brainstorming and kind of the indexers spewing out all of their pain and essentially telling them what makes their day worse and see how we can make it not as worse.
Yeah, definitely agree. I think that session could be massively valuable. So we'll definitely get onto that and get that scheduled in for you guys. Awesome. This will also need a check to see if there's new developments required for crafting. Cool. Got it. Yeah, I definitely agree there. Vincent. Yeah. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Yeah, these guys. I think AI and to figure out stuff across web indexing. Oh, how much to allocate, injecting some game theory. Maybe that could be very interesting. Yeah, yeah. Um, this is my corn. That's great. Was that you, Slim Shots? That's amazing. The memeage is A1. It's class. You guys are phenomenal at this. Okay, awesome. Guys, this was amazing. We're at the top of the hour, but honestly, I feel like we could keep going. This was a massive success in terms of testing out this new feature. I had a lot of fun and learned a lot about what people enjoy about index office hours and what people are looking for going forward. And I have a lot of things that I'm gonna noodle on post call. So um, I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you to each and every one of you for partaking in today's conversation. Yeah, big smile on my face. This was incredible. Turned out a lot better than I expected. Everybody's having a lot of fun and hopefully learned a few things. And so yeah, we look to do more of these things going forward. So thank you every single one of you, and as always, we will see you same time here next week. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.